Let's do Bumble. Starting with you. You gonna say yes or no?
No. 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 No.
Oh, the tongue out was crazy.
No. 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 Nope. Nope. Nah. No. No.
Can I get
Nah.
Oh my gosh.
Ew. Oh, Lord. No. No. Oh, he's cute. No. Stop. No. No. No.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, a cat. Yes to the cat. No. 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 That's 3 of them. No. 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 I can't. This is no.
Oh my god, no.
No. Nope. Love the view. Nope. No. 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 No.
So that's exactly how I sound like when I'm going through Ariana Grande's music catalog. But welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm just gonna play this in the back and I'm gonna mute it because you're just gonna keep hearing no, 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 like 800 times in a row. But there's one maybe in there, right? It's a 3-minute clip and there's one maybe in there. All the rest of them are no's. And you're gonna say, oh, Hidan, this is an extreme example. I mean, not you, because you are intelligent, but someone, you know, of not that high pattern recognition may say, Hidan, this is just a one-off case. This is a woman that's taking it too far. Well, let me remind you what the actual Bumble statistics are, not pulled out of my arse. No, the official Bumble statistics state that a woman swipes right on a man 6% of the times. So for 100 men she dismisses, she swipes 6 men, right? Or rather 6 out of 100 to be absolutely, you know, specific about it. So there you go. Just no, no, no. This woman, guys, is by the way average. I think it's this blonde one in the back. Wait, this one. Nothing special. Here you have a possibly. I don't know why this dude is average as fuck. She swiped on like 30 men that are more attractive than him. But I don't know. I guess it's the smile or something. So anyway, let's finish the video, guys. It was all no's up until this point. But I just wanted to spare you the agony. But we have like 30 seconds to go. Let's see what the closing message of this is.
He's good looking.
Well,
No.
Okay, now my leg's falling asleep. Oh yeah, go for it.
No. No.
We all need to make a start.
No. He's handsome.
is that a yes or is it a no?
No.
Yes.
It's still a no. Okay.
No. No.
Fucky.
No. 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 No.
Wait, I want to play that back.
No. No.
Yeah, this guy, he's dying a virgin. All right. Now I don't say that to be mean-spirited. Could be a great guy. You just haven't won the genetic lottery. There's little you can improve. I mean, you can improve the facial hair, but he's already starting to bald here from the top, or maybe that's his haircut, all right? But dude, it's not happening, all right? And I say that with all the love. It's just cut your losses. It's over. It's not happening in this day and generation with the average woman. You can maybe find a good woman, but get in line, because there's like 2 million of us, all right, who actually want to be liked for their personality rather than just their looks, right? There's 2 profiles. So she said maybe on that guy that we stopped the video for, and then she was wondering about 2 other guys that had the physique of a Greek god. I don't know if you witnessed that. There were 2 guys who had the physique of a Greek god, and she was like, maybe. They're a bit attractive, I don't know. Yeah, they're a bit attractive. That's like 7 years at the gym with an immaculate diet. That's what in this woman categorizes as, oh, maybe they're a bit good looking, you know?
No. No.
Jesus.
Nope.
All right, last one.
No.
All right, Sky here is average to above average looking. She's passing on guys who are outside of her looks league. She said no to 100 men. Is she a 1 out of 100 girl in terms of looks? Probably not.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Probably not. Maybe, perhaps, per chance, not. All right. So she said no on 100 guys. So there was like one yes in between them. I mean, hey, not far from the average, right? The average woman says yes on 6 men. This one did on 1. Hey, close to the average, right? That's what you just saw, guys. 3 minutes of no, no, no. Is your average woman on Bumble, right? But let's not get too hooked up on this video, guys, because I have other misfits for us to cover in order to remind you why you're not dating. So let's move on to this one. Early 30s, only getting like 4 first dates in a year? Okay, let's take a look.
The 2025 dating rap trend has thrown me a bit. Girls, help me out with this. Why am I seeing beautiful women in their late 20s, early 30s only getting like 4 first dates in a year? My page is all about dating, so I'm setting up my own dating app. So in all of the comments, it's always men going, girls get so many more likes than boys. They could go on a date every day if they wanted to, and all of this stuff. And I was just really shocked to see how few dates people are going on. Like, we hear about...
Yeah, shocking, ain't it? I mean, granted that you have 600 options, what does it tell you that you go on 4 dates a year? And I'm all about going on a few dates, but for a different reason. It's because you're serious about dating, not because you are picky about dating, yeah? So what does that tell you? Again, guys, we have this scenario in any other aspect in life. So imagine a guy who gets invited to a birthday party, right? Like someone wants to invite his friends to a restaurant. And everybody's fine with it. But there's this one friend who is a guest, and he says, no, I don't want to eat in this restaurant. I don't like it. And they say, okay, so let's pick a different restaurant. Oh, no, I don't like this one either. Sorry. Oh, no, this one? No, I don't like it as well. And basically, he makes you go through 100 fucking restaurants, and then he likes one of them. What will your conclusion be? As a man, woman, of any age, it just doesn't matter. We all agree that it's absolutely bullshit. You're a picky eater, you're fucking annoying, and nobody wants to deal with your shit, and you're just wrong. You're just wrong. Imagine someone applying for a job, and they offer him 100 jobs, right? And he doesn't like none of them. He likes like 1 or 2 of them. It's insane. It's just fucking nuts, right? But women apparently have nothing wrong with how they pick men, right? They don't have the capability to look themselves from outwards and say, yeah, you know what? I'm actually fucking insane. Like I'm delusional. I'm a degenerate. I'm insane. They never reach that conclusion, guys.
About the kind of male loneliness pandemic and stuff, but is it just a much wider...
It's an epidemic, not a pandemic, but all right.
...a problem with dating in general, and just people aren't dating? Because genuinely, why is like beautiful 28-year-old Jessica living in Clapham and is a marketing manager only going on 3 dates a year?
I'm gonna Clapham her. But the reason why is because Jessica, 28-year-old, wants to marry Chaddington, right? Who is 35, a millionaire, and 6'4", because he showed her 15 minutes of attention on a Tuesday night. That's why she's single. It's not for lack of options. Like, do you understand that? Can you fit that through your head? No, she can't.
Help me out, because I'm lost, and I think dating is more lost.
Yes, it's over. So let's move on to this one. My hell. This woman, guys. I watched like 20 seconds of this. Horrendous. Horrendous. But let's take a look.
So what if, hypothetically speaking, I came on here and I said I met my husband? A 23-year-old is pulling me right now. I'm in danger. In a 48-hour period, we talked on the phone, FaceTime, mind you, for 17 hours and 46 minutes. Am I being love bombed? Yeah, probably. Am I a Libra and think this is the correct amount of love? Yeah. Is he a Libra and thinks this is the correct amount of love? Yeah. Does he really check this many boxes of mine, or is he feeding me a character because he's seen all my social media? Your guess is as good as mine. But as somebody who has always been so anti-babies, I'm already like, I want that man's child. Make me a baby mama.
Would you make a baby with this woman, guys? I think I'd rather make like a satanic incantation to bring a, you know, immortal demon into this world rather than have a baby with this woman. The red flags are just so glaring. First off, she believes in astrology to that point where it's insane. We're just looking at her like, how can you even be real? How can you be a person? Then second off, she's like, again, close to 30. She's opposed to babies. Can you imagine, guys, like being opposed to babies, like you're waging a fucking war on them? So many red flags. Just your average brainwashed feminist.
Mama. Oh my god, I'm in danger. It's gonna work or doesn't it? And I'm so sick of censoring myself. So I am letting it happen. I am. But I'm having a real damn good time right now. Anyways, that's all.
Why do these women have good times, guys? Honestly, like, you should not be having a good time. And she said, I'm in danger. Yeah, you are. Because I'm approaching your house real quick right now. So yes, you are. But guys, let's move on to the last one. And oh my hell. This one is actually more degenerate than the last one. Because we have a put a finger down video. So let's take a look.
Okay, so put a finger down. If a few months ago you had a little rendezvous with your ex-boyfriend and then you were like, get away from me, and then all of a sudden you had a bad lupus flare-up because you went to Disney with your son and you were in the sunshine and it's not good for you, and you've been so sick for months. You were so constipated that your stomach was protruding, and then your periods were kind of wonky, like you were spotting and all that. So then you go to the gynecologist, and the gynecologist goes to give you a vaginal ultrasound, and they go to put it up your hoo-ha, and they say, actually, there's a baby in there and we can't do this because it's not safe because the baby is too big. And so they put an ultrasound thing on top of your stomach, and then you find out that you're 15 weeks and 2 days pregnant and you're having a boy. But it's okay because you've been secretly dating your boyfriend. That was your ex that you had a rendezvous with for the last month, and you have had morning sickness. You have felt terrible fatigue, and it wasn't a lupus flare-up. It was actually a baby inside of you. And today you're 16 weeks pregnant and you're 38 years old, and everything's okay, and you're overwhelmed and you cry every day because you're a hormonal mess. It's going to be great, right? It's going to be great.
So this woman, guys, running for the World Guinness record on just making all the wrong choices in life. It's crazy. Single mother, divorced, still hooking up with her not eggs, maybe with her eggs too. Pregnant and wanted baby. She's probably gonna murder him, right? Look at her face too. Like, the facial operations are not it. They are not it. I don't know how you looked before them, but it was 100% better than currently. Terrible, guys. Just terrible. Everything is so bad. And she did mention something else, but I forgot, because there are so many red flags that it's hard to even pinpoint them. But guys, let's move on to 2 articles, and then I have, this time, a YouTube video. I'm going all across the social, guys. This is the multiverse of this channel, all right? Marvel has its own multiverse. This is mine. I'm just going all across socials, getting content from everywhere. So let's get into the spirit of Christmas, guys, with this article right here. Considering getting a Christmas gift for my 26 female work crush, 27 male. I will just love some feedback and some perspective from some guys. I have a crush at work. We work for the same agency, never directly together throughout the day, but we run into each other during our students' transitions. Sometimes we sit together at lunch and chat, and I really like him. Oh, it's a woman. Oh, I thought it's a man gifting for a woman. Oh, all right. Hey, maybe next time I'll learn how to read and we wouldn't be in this place. But all right, so it's a woman. He's a sweet guy. He's pretty cute. I've never been one for telling a work crush that I like them because it seems messy, but for the first time, this is the first work I've had that genuinely seems like they could be worth it. and I do plan on leaving this job in 6 months just to transition into my career. So I figured a little flirting here and there wouldn't hurt, and then maybe when it's time for me to go, I could poke around and see if there is any reciprocated interest. But anyways, he's a little anime nerd, just like me, and a few months ago, he put me onto his favorite anime, which I watched. It was really cute and enjoyable. I like how this woman categorizes everything as cute. The man is cute, the anime is cute, you know, puppies are cute, I don't know. Is gonorrhea cute too? Well, I found a collector's edition of short stories of the manga which he doesn't know exists, so I figured it might make a really cute Christmas gift just to get him volume 1 of the manga. I figured it will be an inexpensive gift that will not only show him that I've been paying attention to his interests, but more importantly, it will make him smile. The objective of giving him a Christmas gift isn't to get a gift from him or to have any feelings reciprocated. I just like him and I want to give him a cute gift. I make dinner for my friends, I bake sweets for my co-workers, and I give little gifts to my crushes because these are things in life that make me happy because it makes the people I care about happy. Wow, guys, we actually, this woman is actually like a good person. I haven't seen a good woman in like 3 years. It's a breath of fresh air. Any thoughts, any opinions, just saying. If I give him the Christmas gift and then nothing ever comes out of this crush, then I'll appreciate the fact that I had a work crush making work fun and good company during my work lunches this last year. Not every crush or interest needs to bear fruits to be something that was valuable to you. Wow, what a positive woman, guys. This woman could find positivism in anything, right? Just a girl with 2 cents. How are you gonna buy a gift if you only have 2 cents? But good idea, right? I didn't expect this to be so wholesome. But guys, talking about Christmas gifts, we have Secret Santa at the office. What do you usually gift for Secret Santa? Give me some ideas, boys. I thought of buying some chocolates. I don't know. Not the most original thing, right? Chocolate. But expensive chocolates, right? And so that's that. We have Secret Santa, but it's this one where you steal gifts, so I don't know who I have to gift the gift to. So it has to be like a generic unisex present. I don't know, guys. Maybe you can give me some ideas. But outside of that, let's move on to our second article. I like how this person's username is in need of help, sorry. So this person, guys, like extremely needs our help. Let's get on to it. Do guys actually not approach girls they think are out of their league? Having a lot of self-esteem issues because men seem to be all over my roommate at parties, but I rarely, if ever, get approached. She always tells me they think you're out of their league, so they're scared to talk to you. I know I have an easily objectifiable body, I'm skinny and curvy, and I do think that I'm pretty. But I also don't think I'm a 10 out of 10, so this doesn't make sense. I also don't think I'm any more out of their league than my roommate is. She's absolutely gorgeous, but we don't look very alike. I'm white, she's Asian American, so maybe it's just a type thing, I don't know. Do guys actually do this, or is she just trying to make me feel better? Edit, thank you for all the advice. I'm going to try to approach someone instead of waiting for them to come to me. Wow. Cool shit, guys. Could a woman endure like getting dismissed for once in her life? Like not immediately getting everything that she wants the second she demands it? I don't know, maybe she can. But you know the type of guy she'll go for, right? So she says, hey, I'm not a 10 out of 10, but she thinks she's a 9 out of 10. She thinks she's gorgeous, so you can only take a guess at the type of men she'll take a hit on, right? It's just always the same. Now, if we were the judges, they're probably a 7, like you're not close to a 10. Skinny and curvy sounds good, but maybe your face card is not that good, you know? Probably overvaluing themselves, as women often do. But to answer the question, do men not approach girls they think are out of their league? Yeah, because we have this funny little thing called, I don't know, just being down to reality, being grounded. I don't know how to call it. But we have that, right? We have this sense of, yeah, this person is just out of my league, and that's that. And I should go for someone in my own league. It's something we'll need to learn to develop too. But guys, let's move on. Oh my fucking hell. Let's move on to our YouTube video, as I'm gonna go through the painful process of setting this up because the editor forgot again. So this is another month he's not getting paid. But you can see the spoiler here, guys. It's Nick Fuentes that I'm going to cover. All right. Now, I don't know if you're aware of who Nick Fuentes is. I'm guessing most of you are, because Nick Fuentes is currently the one most watched podcast in America. Very famous guy. And the funny thing about Nick Fuentes is, guys, he had a small following. I don't know how many followers he had, but it was a small fan base up until Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And from that point onwards, it's just been like an explosion. Where, again, currently he's #1 in views. He even surpassed Joe Rogan. It's crazy. And me and this guy, we're alike. Yeah? So let's play the video, guys. He was on Piers Morgan. They had a really fun bit. I watched the whole 2 hours. It was funny to see Nick Fuentes. But let's watch this episode. Well, not the episode. This frame, guys, and we'll comment further.
I am an incel. I'm friends with a lot of Chads like Bradley Martin, Clavicular. They agree with me. You know, there's sort of like this alliance between the guys that don't have sex and the guys that get the most sex. We know what women are about. It's the guys in the middle. Guys like you in the middle. It's the beta male orbiters that say, she's amazing, you're a misogynistic pig, because I don't know what that is. I guess.
Well, come on, let me explain to you what.
So that's the bit that I wanted to play. And this whole thing, guys, to say, me and this guy, Nick Fuentes, we're very much alike. In fact, if you remember, like maybe 2 or 3 days ago, we spoke about this very same thing. I think it was 2 days ago, where I was making the point that the incels and the chads have the same opinions on women. And I said the same thing, that it's the blue-pilled morons in the middle that have it wrong. And I think this video came 2 days ago too, but I hadn't watched it. And so we just made the same point in the same way. Now, with this guy and me have in common is, I think our style is pretty similar, right? I mean, I don't get that much into politics. His channel is mainly about politics, but he does speak about women. He's somewhere in between black pill and red pill. I wouldn't say he hasn't said anything black pilled, but he's black pilled in terms of he's very negative about him finding a wife, but he's rather red pill, right? And he just has a similar view to women as every reasonable person has, to be honest with you. And so our styles, guys, like are both maybe raw, I would say, maybe not giving a flippity flip about what some people might label us as. I've said that I will wear the crown of misogyny with pride. And so this guy is also, very outwards and very direct and very honest, which is, I think, why people like him. I think this is why this guy has blown on the sphere, on the scene, rather. Because people are just fed up with content creators that are all the time worried about how they may be perceived. And just this generation as a whole is tired of you getting called a gracist or a mohoganist each time you say something that doesn't align with their political understanding of the worldview. People are tired of that. And so I think that's why guys like Nick Fuentes, who are just straight up honest, in fact, in this very interview, Nick Fuentes owned up to like 3 or 4 labels and said, yeah, if you want to call me that, I don't care. So that's that. But my question to you guys is, do you think that my channel has the chance for that to ever happen? Because again, Nick Fuentes didn't have a lot of exposure, but this one situation just granted him the exposure, and now he's the most watched in the USA. Now, I'm far from wanting to be the most watched in any country, but yeah, I've always often wondered if my channel will ever get these hikes, if I'll be on the great leagues, guys, on the big leagues. And this thing that happened to Nick Fuentes gives me hope, because again, I find our style to be very similar. In fact, some of our takes are literally the same. He also insults often. He's not on YouTube, right? Which will probably happen. My channel will share the same fate. Like at some problem, holy crap, at some moment, excuse me, some YouTube overload is gonna see my channel and is gonna immediately ban it. They just haven't picked up on it yet, guys. You know, I'm just getting mildly, softly shadow banned, but they haven't seen yet what I have on the channel. Probably disguise in between all my videos. It's too many videos to go through. But yeah, at some point I'll just probably move on to another platform because I'll get permabanned here. Because I don't cut out on the insults and stuff like that. But well, I'm ready for that. But anyway, guys, do you think I'll have the same fate? I'm far from the best YouTuber, you know, but I feel like with a bit of exposure and maybe a better mic, I could reach that, you know. I think that I'm likable. I think that the channel is funny. We have Ampu, guys, only channel that has Ampu. We have the winner jokes. I want to expand them to the whole world, guys. I think people should do way more winner jokes. So, do you think it's possible? Let me know. You won't hurt my feelings if you say it's not possible. It probably won't happen. But, you know, I'm stringing along to the idea that it may. I may get lucky, guys. But thank you now for watching. Let me know what you think about Nick Fuentes and about the piss poor state of dating. And I'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.